Namaste, this is Monica and I welcome you to this Yin Yoga practice wherein we are going to explore releasing the tension and the stored emotion from the hips, because it is said in yoga philosophy that all the stored emotions, suppressed emotions, they get stored in your hips, and that's why sometimes you feel that stiffness in your hips. Also, if you're sitting for longer hours, you can get very stiff lower back and hips. So today we are going to focus on the release of our hips and the lower back. And remember, we always hold into our asana for longer time in this practice. So we follow three principles. Principle number one, we find the edge, we find that appropriate depth, wherein we can hold into our asana for longer time. We are not pushing ourselves, really embracing ourselves and honoring where we are. Number two, we find our stillness into our poses. Do not move unnecessarily. Number three is we hold into a pose for the time that we have decided. This is my personal favorite practice, and I welcome you to join me in this practice on the mat today with me. Breath awareness. We will begin our breath awareness into either cross-legged position, or some of you may want to take Vajrasana by swinging your knees back, sitting over your cushion. We will try and focus on kind of letting go today in the practice, which is also releasing a lot of stress and tension from our hip area. Yeah, so a lot of asanas focusing on releasing our hips. So maybe sitting in Vajrasana. You can close your eyes, gently place your palms over your thighs and focus on your body. Sweep your awareness from the crown of your head to your toes. This is just to build that connection with your body, to feel your body fully from all of your body parts, from your toes back to the crown of your head. And see if you're holding any tension anywhere, and allow yourself to relax, settle down on your mat. Release whatever tension you might be holding on to in your mind or body. And gently shift your awareness to your breath. Notice the stillness of your breath and the subtle sound, if you can notice, of your breath, which may sound like the ocean waves or white noise. You may want to use Ujjayi breath by contracting the back of your throat muscles. We are taking this moment to connect with the present moment. And your hook can be your breath, can be the sounds around you, can be any touch, the texture that you might be feeling with your body, maybe your mat or palms touching your thighs or clothes. Or maybe everything all together. Maybe your awareness is just shifting from one object to another, from your thought to your body, to the touch, to the sounds. And then your object of awareness becomes the shifting of the awareness itself. And time again during the practice, we'll be asking this question to ourselves: am I resisting something while I'm practicing? Am I tightening my body? And immediately you'll start loosening up. And let's join the palms together to the heart center. We'll be chanting one Om Three Shantis to begin our session. Breathe in. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. As you exhale, you can open your eyes. We're going to now move our first pose, which is going to be butterfly. So you can all extend your legs forward. Bend both of your knees, draw your heels closer to your sit bones, maybe as close as it is possible for you. Maybe supporting your knees with cushions on both of the sides. It's not applicable for everyone, just whoever wants to feel more comfortable into the asana. Now over here you can also have a bolster or any other prop that if you want to rest your forehead, because we want our torso to be fully relaxed and totally working on a lower back and hip release here. So maybe keeping the bolster uptight and upright and maybe placing your forehead on the bolster, hug the bolster. Some of you may be able to go deeper, than maybe resting your chest over the bolster and maybe interlace your fingers, rest your forehead on the bolster. Some of you may not need the bolster at all. That's when you can just walk your palms forward, maybe shoulder distance apart, and allow your chest to fold forward. So there are options for everybody. Remember, we have decided to find the edge and listen to the body. We're going to hold here for about 5 minutes. So it's important that we are listening to the body and find a perfect edge for ourselves. No pushing ourselves. So let us now settle down and surrender. Try and surrender your torso towards the floor. Allow the gravity to work on your torso. Relax the shoulders. Relax your jaw. In this practice, feel free to round your spine as much as you want. No muscle engagement. Everything is nice and relaxed. Just connect with your sensations and watch the whole practice. Watch yourself doing this practice and see how you're feeling. You'll notice how gravity is pulling your torso down as long as you allow that to happen. And when you naturally allow your body to go down, it will not hurt you or make any injury in your body as long as you're not pushing actively. Allow the natural phenomena to happen. Allow the pose to work on your body. And see if you're able to surrender easily, or something in your body or mind is resisting that surrender. And notice what it is that has that resistance.
Maybe the sensations is deepening, the fear of pain, or it could be any other fear. Notice that resistance, if at all it is there. And start to notice the sensation with time. Your sensation in your inner thighs will increase, maybe a bit in your lower back, depending on where you are, how your body is feeling today. And you can from here release your palms, press your palms down, press the floor away with your palms as you lift your torso. And when you're walking your palms down, keep pressing the floor away. So coming out of your poses in this practice is as important as getting into them, because we get a little bit of fixation, and making sure that we are gently coming back into the neutral position. Now maybe bring your knees back together, and from here we're going to move into the caterpillar. So again, for the next pose, you can sit over a cushion if you feel that lower back is rounding too much and it is not allowing you to sit on your hips straight down. So maybe using a cushion, the edge of the cushion, stretch your legs out, extend your legs out in front of you. Place both of your palms on the side, walk your palms forward. This is without the prop. And then allow your spine to round here and drop your head down, and then relax your whole body. Alternatively, use the bolster, place the bolster on your legs, and then resting your arms on the bolster. So whatever position that you choosing for yourself, make sure that you are not too comfortable, at the same time not too uncomfortable in your pose. It's important that we find that perfect edge wherein we find that there's work happening in the body. At the same time, we are relaxed, we are able to surrender, and we are able to be still. So surrender, breathe, and connect back with your breath as you find your edge. And you'll also notice as you practice, the resistance is not just to physical discomfort. Sometimes our mind can resist the stillness as well, the silence as well, because it is conditioned to always get into doing something, being productive, or being talking, or thinking about future. And so stilling your mind and bringing it into a kind of silent zone can also be very difficult. So if you face that resistance, just watch through it and surrender to the resistance as well. Watch the resistance. You don't have to get rid of resistance. Do not resist your resistance. Let us move into silence now for some time. Honoring where we are. We don't have to looking at anybody else. We don't have to push ourselves to go deeper. If you are somewhere in the center, your torso is upright, no problem. That's perfect. That's beautiful. Your body is still working. Setting an intention is enough when you get into a practice. If you find yourself engaging your muscles, release. It will be very interesting to see if you find the resistance to the stillness itself. And hyperactive mind can do that. And that's why this practice is great for people who want to break through that pattern and reprogram the mind to be okay with relaxation and stillness. And release your palms again. Press your palms against the floor wherever they are. And start to walk your palms back, slowly bringing your neck back in the center, torso back in the center. And we are going to swing our knees back. Moving on to our first, for the next pose, we are going to explore pigeon pose, which can be a bit challenging. So maybe grab a cushion already before you get into the pose, cushion or any folded blanket or towel. So for the pigeon pose, you can place your palms, come onto your fours, and then bring your right shin forward inside your palms. And then place your right knee on the mat and tuck your back toe, slide your knee back. If you want, you can support your knee, again with the cushion, the back knee, and again support your right hip with the cushion. If there is a too much gap, if you want that this gap needs to be filled, if you feel that without the cushion it will be very difficult for me to hold, that is when you decide to have the cushion. Now maybe about for 2 minutes we are going to stay up, and then for next 2 minutes we are going to place the forearms down and take the torso down and drop the head down. Okay, so let us begin first into the higher position. Choose your props, whatever is working out for you. Now make sure that your torso here, sorry, your right foot here may be closer to your groin or parallel to the edge of the mat. You can keep it parallel when you're flexible enough, otherwise bring it closer to your groin if it is too difficult to hold. Important part is that we are able to distribute our body weight in the center. Can be a bit challenging, so stay here with your breath. Relax, breathe, maybe using Ujjayi breath. Well done, everyone. Of course, you can drop the head down. You don't have to keep your chin parallel to the floor. The position of your neck is totally up to you. You can keep changing, not very often, just Whenever you feel that this is getting tiring, that's when you can drop the head down, relax the shoulders. In Yin Yoga, mostly in all of the poses, your head is just dropped down, your neck is relaxed. And for about next 3 minutes, we are going to take our forearms down. If you want, you can also again have a cushion, a pile of pillows or bolster in front of you and rest the forearm on the bolster, because it's not necessary that for everybody the arms will be going down. They may need some height, and that's when you use the bolster. And drop the head down. Relax the shoulders. If you can go further down totally, fully, if you're more flexible, feel free to do that. And let us again press the palms down, press the floor away to take that push for your chest to come up. If you are all the way down, if you're already up, that's okay. Tuck your back toe, take your hips back, take your right leg back, and then we are going to change into the side. Before that, we'll just get both of our knees together, move into Vajrasana and sit here for a minute just to uh, taking our hips into the normal position, taking a groin into the normal position. If you want, again, support your hips with a cushion. Just few breaths here into Vajrasana. Breathe. Let us move on to the other side. Again, if you want, support your right knee this time with the cushion, whichever knee you're taking back. Bring your left leg forward. And we're going to stay up for about 2 minutes, palms nicely pressed down on the floor. Maybe drop the head down if you want. And relax yourself completely. Body weight in the center. Shift your weight to your right or to your left if you feel you're dropping or falling on one side. Let us, for next 3 minutes, go down. Again, use the bolster or cushions in front of you. If you feel that you need some height, allow your spine to round, allow your head to drop down again. So this practice can make you really relaxed sometimes, even though there is discomfort in the body, which kind of activates your parasympathetic nervous system, and your subconscious mind may come up, like, bringing something up that you don't want to really face or feel. And this is a great opportunity for you to come face to face those feelings or emotions. If anything comes up, it's very likely for that to happen. So allow yourself to feel that. Allow yourself to really dive into all of the experience that you're having right now without any resistance. Let go and let it all be. And to prepare to come out, you can tuck your back toe, press your palms down again, exhale and start to come back. Tuck your back toe, bring your hips back. Coming on your fours again, taking few breath here in Vajrasana. Breathe. For our next pose, we are going to lie down on our belly into Sphinx pose, and maybe for a minute or so we are going to explore the seal pose. So for Sphinx pose, you can again come on your fours, start to bring your hips down, place your forearms down, take your legs back. And if you feel that if you're going to hold for this long, the pelvic bone can come onto the way, and if you want to support the pelvic bone with the cushion, feel free to slide a cushion underneath. If you also want to support your chest, then maybe sliding a cushion under your chest as the cushion, or say bolster. I think bolster would be better. I don't think cushion will give you that kind of support. And then forearms outside the bolster, and then drop the head down. So choose your variation, explore this, explore without the bolster, and see whatever is working best for you right now. So over here, we are of course working on a lower back as well as hip flexors. So we are focusing a lot on the lower back and the hips today. Allow your head to settle down, surrender fully. If you want, you can interlace your fingers. If you don't want to keep your forearms open. Usually in active yoga, we activate our upper back muscles to lift our chest up. Here, we are not doing that. We are just whatever little lift that you have taken, honor that and stay there. This practice is very individual practice. Every prop, the usage of every prop, where you want to stay, where do you want to find your edge is totally up to you. Each one would look very, very different in each asana. There is no thumb rule to any of the poses in Yin Yoga. It's all about you, it's all about your body and you finding your right edge in the practice. And feeling right. And let us all surrender. Let us surrender to the pain that we may feel, surrender to the discomfort that we may feel, or bliss that flows to you. Sometimes even bliss can be resisted. Anything that is coming to your experience, surrender to that and experience it fully, totally. Notice if your legs are fully relaxed. Have you let go of the tension? I just paid attention to my legs and I was just tightening them. And that shows some kind of mental resistance to something. So just maybe allowing yourself to feel that and relax, release the tension. And from here, open your arms if you're interlacing your fingers, nicely widespread fingers. Press your palms down, press your fingertips down, and start to lift your elbows up. Maybe lifting your head up if you want to rotate your neck a little bit, because sometimes when we are dropping our head for that long, it can start to feel discomfort. So maybe a little bit of rotation and feeling this impact in your lower back here. Relax the shoulders. Just a minute here. It can be challenging. Just a minute. Breathe. This is known as seal pose in Yin Yoga. And bring your torso back down. Relax, maybe. You can use your forearms or upper arms to place your head and just relaxing in the way you want to relax. Just fall flat on the ground or whatever you feel like doing. Just taking a minute here to relax fully the way you want to lie down. Find your relaxation, whatever makes your body feel good. Now from here we are going to find a way to transition to lie down on a back. If you want, you can just roll yourself over on the same side. But I usually like to lie down, sometimes we all have our favorite side to lie down on the back, where you want to keep your head. So I like to lie down like this. So I've just lifted myself back up, found my favorite spot to lie down on my back. And we're going to move into happy baby pose again, something working on a hip, glute muscles and everything. So bring your knees closer to your chest and then maybe open your shin. Catch hold of your shin here or your ankles, or if you can, your palms inside of your foot on the side. And then open your legs as much as you can. And allow your lower back to be pressed down on the mat and stay here for a few breaths. Sorry, not for a few breaths. Stay here for about 3 minutes. And keep breathing. This can get intense with time. You will feel the intensity rising with each second. So hold on to that. Making sure you're not actively pressing your palms down. You're simply placing your palms. No pressure, no external push. Great. You may feel some kind of shivering, like I'm feeling a shivering in my right leg right now. Sometimes body does that and feels, and that is also a kind of resistance at the same time. But that's okay, nothing to worry as long as you're not actively pushing yourself. If you are in your edge, you will be fine. And also keep your muscles relaxed. Nothing to be engaged here, all relaxed. breathing through your experience. Can be difficult experience, just watch and breathe. And slowly bring your feet together. Bring your knees together, maybe placing your palms outside your knees. Bring them together and hug your shin. Relax, breathe. We're going to move to a reclining twist, our finishing sequence for this practice. So you can stretch your arms into the T shape. There are two twists that you can take. Either bring your knees close to your chest, then drop them to your right. Maybe support your knees with a cushion or place a cushion in between your knees. You may want to place your right palm on your left thigh, looking at your left palm, or just close your eyes and surrender. Alternatively, you can just extend your right leg, bend your right knee, and drop your right knee onto, or right, sorry, any leg, whichever knee you're bending, drop it in the opposite direction and look at the opposite direction. So your knee and your face in the opposite direction. So choose your variation here, whichever feels good to you right now. on to the other side. Really releasing your back here, all the tension from the back and the hips again, and relaxing fully. Surrender. And let's now move into our relaxation. I mean, we have been relaxing in some or the other way, but total relaxation into Shavasana. If you want, you can place a bolster under your knees if you want to keep your knees bent. Some of you may want to keep your knees fully bent, and that's okay. Arms on the side, away from your torso, maybe a bit. If you want, you can support your head with the cushion or maybe take a sheet or something if you want to cover yourself, make yourself feel really cozy. This is about, this is our moment completely in the exactly the way we want, and that's why I call it total relaxation. Wherein it is beyond all the rules, it is exactly what you want for yourself. Allow yourself to release whatever tension might have remained in your body and the mind. And see if we can let go of control, which our mind is conditioned to have. Mind is conditioned to have control over everything. And if it doesn't think, it feels it lost the control over the situation if it doesn't think about something. So see if you can let go of that today, right now, as you relax here. Can we just be completely immersing ourselves and immersing ourselves in this moment here? And if you want to continue in this relaxation for longer time, feel free to do that. If you like to come out, start to move your toes and fingers gently, bringing your awareness back to the body, maybe rotating your ankles, rotating your wrist. You can move your head from one side to the other, bring your feet together, stretch your arms up, stretch your whole body. I really like to release with a sound. So maybe making whatever sound you feel like making. Bend your knees, roll over to your right, and slowly coming up into your seating posture. Let us take a moment to absorb everything we have practiced today, also filling ourselves with the gratitude to be able to do this practice. Let's join the palms together. We'll be chanting one Om Tri Shantis to seal this practice. We inhale. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.